This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, yellow lady, yellow lady. Screen.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Breeze. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Here's Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football, got to him, and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They'll try the left side. Carson. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Carson, and he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson eluding the pressure. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Eli Apple. The 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much, right?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. They run again on first down, Lynch. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It's caught, Lockett. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So first and goal and a chance to make amends for the earlier pick six. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On second and 12, Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And that takes us from second to third down.
Makes it third down and 12 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
It's fourth down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now it's Lockett. These two teams all tied after one. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Check, 47.
From the 41, Wilson sliding out of the pocket. It's complete to Lockett. 27 yards there, a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he's able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On first down, Carson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there. Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. On second down, it's Carson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Wilson, this is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
You remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a play fake. Breeze. This is caught by Gill. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7.
Ready. 5-9.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis in his first half of action. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Breeze to throw. It's brought in right side by Gill. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. Breeze now on first down. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And brought in by the tight end Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw is Breeze. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker Bobby Wagner able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
It's Hill, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. Here, man. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Oh, kill. Kill.
Well, again, they'll throw with Breeze. Now he'll escape to his right. And he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this first half. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. To throw is Wilson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for Wilson. Hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
What? 380. 56. Check 56. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From the 36, Wilson flush to his right. He'll run it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Carson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Demario Davis there on the stop. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. On 3rd down, Wilson escaping the pressure right. He's got Lockett. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Lynch. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now a give right side. It's Carson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They struggle to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He'll let it fly in the direction again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try the left side. Carson. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
On 2nd down now. It's Carson, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And he's got room. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the 1st. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having the pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call a running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes the pass block more than they like the run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Steps away to his left. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The Saints on 3rd down, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
After the interception, here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Von Bell.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Kamara, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze trying to lay one up. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 27 yards there, a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Breeze. It's caught, Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Kill.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Play action, Breeze. Eluding the pressure right. He'll let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. Now Breeze. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He's going to have the first down past the 20. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the game there.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
First seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down, it's Carson, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
To throw on 3rd down, Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
40 seconds to Mike. What we got?
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Wilson on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
What? 380. Mike, 27. All day.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, Pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Seattle.